I guess how did you end up at Humboldt? Because I've heard some things, but like from your perspective, what was happening? Because you went from being retired. I remember going and watching the Iowa CBU duel. I saw
Yeah.
you sitting down there on the floor, and then
Yeah.
next thing you know, it's like you take over the program at Humboldt. So what was kind of like that in between?
Well, it started, a couple years ago. They were like looking for someone to coach that position, and I was feeding them different people, and it never really happened. But I got a call from a guy named Virgil Moorhead, who I coached his
Oh,
son at UC Davis. And anyway, they're saying they're having a really difficult time finding anybody. There's nobody with California experience, and at the time, it made it seem like I don't know if this thing's going to get going or whatever. And I started thinking about it, and I thought, well, I could probably get that thing going and hand it over to somebody, and I probably would be one of the better, since I had 21 years of experience there in California, probably have a little bit of favoritism towards me being a little bit more successful than somebody from out of state. So anyway, I just decided to take on the challenge.
how's that been going so far?
Well, it was a rush. So I got there like in March, I think mid-March, or a little bit later maybe, and so recruiting was kind of over. But anyway, we managed to get things going. I mean, there was no rust room. There'll be a wrestling room. I think we have 27 guys coming next year.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, so we'll compete for, the athletic director actually asked me how many do I think I can get within this time period. And I said, well, we usually get 5 to 10 all year. So so anyway, it was kind of it was just a blessing to get that many kids. So anyway, I'm pretty excited about that. And then, so we got a wrestling room, we got a team, and working on an assistant coach. I actually have an assistant coach. He just doesn't want me to say anything till another couple weeks. And so it's just about off the ground, I would say.
When you got these 27 guys, or are some of these guys was there like a wrestling club that was on campus already? Or are these all just guys that you pulled from like JC or from high school?
Yeah, there is a wrestling club on campus, but none of the guys, with the exception of one, there could be one of the kids could have been possibly a member of that. There is, but no, these are just, we got 3 or 4 from Washington, who I think they're all pretty tough. We got a couple kids from Oregon State that I think will do well. We got quite a few. Yeah, I think we got half a dozen JC kids coming in. We got some high school seniors, just kind of a mix. And the college in itself offers some really interesting majors, like especially for wrestlers that like the outdoors. So they have forestry, wildlife management, fisheries, oceanography. So that helped a lot. Engineering's big there too, and we probably have a half a dozen engineers. I got a state champ out of Washington who is basically come from that region, and he was valedictorian actually as well out of his school, out of his senior class. So anyway, yeah, it's just kind of a mix of a bunch of different backgrounds.